Everyone comes in with a lot of hunger to learn and a lot of interest in the topic, which leads to, I think, a highly engaged class setting. One of the core foundations of the class is this balanced perspective of what it means to be an IO psychologist, which is the interplay of both the scientist and the practitioner approach to industrial organizational psychology. So as we go through the class, we start very much on the research side. We talk about the history of IO psychology, what leads to great research and good practices in generating strong research methods, and then applying that into how do we understand the workplace, how do we break down human behavior and human thoughts, things like emotions in the workplace, personality, and how that impacts our behavior. And across the course, you'll learn to both engage in the research as well as do some applied projects that allow you to see what it looks like inside organizations as you apply some of these principles. So as part of the course, we're going to cover the breadth of the field of IO. So that's going to include things like research methods. We're going to talk about job analysis. We also think about things like motivation, training and development, and then extending into more of the organizational side of IO psychology would be focused on teams, leadership, how we think about group dynamics, and then eventually things like organizational development or change management. So spanning the gambit across those topics. For students that are hoping to complete the ALM in IOP, this is going to be the foundation that gives them broad exposure to the various topics that they'll dig in deeper as they go through the program. And then also thinking critically about where do I want to maybe specialize? Where do I want to spend my time in preparing for the job market? And this class will help you identify in that broad overview, where do I think I find most engagement or interest as I think about my career? The 4 applied assignments that you'll participate in are real-world solutions that are used quite commonly by IO psychologists. So I've actually had students come to me after the fact and say, I took the job analysis job description that we created and I replicated this in my workplace and I got an award for it. So it's really, I think, inspiring to me to hear stories from students that take the work that they completed for an assignment as part of the class, but then take that and apply it in another context. What you're doing in these applied assignments is going to build those skills that are actually used in organizations.